Happy Frugal Friday, K-Squad. Yes, we've got a different vibe going today. I'm hoping it's going to be very chill, bring us into the weekend really easily. Today, I am giving a little tribute to one of my favorite all-time YouTubers, and that is Debt-Free Dana. Debt-Free Dana has not made a video in over a year, and I know many of you used to watch her as well. And I'm one of those people that I'll just go back sometime and watch her videos because I just thought she used to bring so much value to the frugal living community. And well, you guys know, I know sometimes you go back into some of my older videos and you kind of brush up on some things. Well, today, this video is directly inspired by a video she did called How to Live on Less and Save Money. There are 7 questions in this tag video. I haven't done a tag video in a very long time, but what we're gonna do is there's gonna be 7 questions. I'm going to answer them in my style, of course. I'm gonna leave Dana's video so you can go back and watch hers and what she answered. The funny thing about this is some of you actually commented on her video. I think it was like 3 years ago. So this might sound familiar, but of course every frugal YouTuber has their own spin, and I'm just praying the kittens do not knock over the tripod. Ghosty ghost, come here. Oh, I think I got both. All right, we got a ghost, we got a spooky. There's just gonna be kittens flying everywhere, but the show must go on. Number 1, what are the most important frugal things you do every day to save money? Easy, I'm just gonna rapid fire. The first thing I do is I make my coffee at home. The second thing I do is I pack my lunch. The third thing I do, and this is a big one, is I avoid hot mess mode. If you're interested in a couple videos on what I deem hot mess mode, I will leave an eye in the sky, and I'll also leave it in the description for you to check out after this video. How do you avoid hot mess mode? The plan is to think ahead. Every weekend before the week starts, I make sure I know. Does Kaden have drama this week? Back when he had cross country, did he have practice? Do I have filming today? Do I need to do my groceries and my errands after work? Like, what do I have to do this week to make life happen? Does Kaden have a special outfit he needs to wear on Friday for Spirit Day? If you look ahead on the weekend, you can get planned ahead for the week ahead so that you do not enter hot mess mode. Because when hot mess mode happens, we spend unnecessary money because we're not organized. We don't have a plan. We spend on the fly. We run through the drive-thru. We grab what we can at whatever cost we can because we need it now. So if you think ahead and you plan ahead, that really avoids hot mess mode. And I do that leading into the week so that my daily routine is easier each day. The other thing about the mindset that I have daily is I'm not looking to spend every day. More than likely, I'm not spending money that day. I know that we often choose a no spend day when we're trying to get in the habit of not spending too much. But for the most part, if it's not errand day, I'm not probably looking to spend any money. By the way, these are battery lit candles. So if a cat comes flying by, they are all set. They're battery operated. It's not a real flame. Those are the 3 most important things I do each day to save money. Number 2, what is your best strategy for saving money on utilities? I keep this really simple. Okay, for the first one, lights. I am in the habit, of course, of turning lights off when I leave a room. But a step beyond that is I kind of open my house in the morning. I kind of open the house in a sequence, kind of strange like that. And then I close down the house in a sequence also as we stop using the rooms until we finally get down to each bedroom. So I don't have lights on all the time. I feel like my electric bill is very low because I am very mindful of shutting off lights as I go And I actually enjoy that process of opening the house with lights, like as I'm going into rooms and the rooms that we're in, the lights are on. And then as I leave, if I have the lights off in the kitchen, that means lunches are packed. We don't have to go in there anymore. If I have the light off in the living room, that means computer's off, everything's done. I don't have to go back in there for any reason. When Kaden's light is off in his room, his school bag is packed, etc., we don't need to go back into that room for any reason. And I just kind of like close it down as we go. And then we don't have to think about those rooms. We don't have to think about those lights. It's just kind of a way to keep things systematic and sequential and symbolic of like the morning ritual and the evening ritual. I don't know if that's helpful. So that was as far as electric goes, right? That's like my basic yet effective technique that I use. The second one has to do with heating. I swear by my slippers and my bathrobe. If my feet are cold and my torso is cold, then I'm cold. But I can be in the same temperature room. If I slide those slippers on and my bathrobe, I'm good. And so obviously we all know the power of layers, but particularly invest in some slippers that are going to keep those toes warm and a nice, cozy, warm bathrobe where you can easily tolerate a little bit of a cooler temp in your house if those body parts are toasty. And the third thing that I do, of course, to save money on gas is batch errands. This is a really funny fact. I just went to register my car. Again, remember that is not a real candle, guys. I don't know how much other people drive, how much mileage they use, but my car only traveled 2,000 miles last year. That's it. I feel like that's low. Can you guys let me know in the comments, how much mileage did you go through last year on your car? Every year we have to register the car in our state. Do you guys have to do that? I feel like when I was in Florida, was it I didn't need it inspected or I didn't need it registered? It must be inspected. Registration. By the way, registration when I first got my car, ooh, that was so awful. But now it's down to like $165 to get it registered each year, which in comparison is not the worst. Also, let me know in the comments, how much does it cost to register your car each year, wherever you are? Number 3, what is the best tip to save money on food and household products? The first thing for food is to meal plan-ish. I've also done videos on that. I'll leave a link right here. Meal planning in 2022, soon to be 2023, I just think is crucial. If you've got a big family, you might have a more specific meal plan that you go with. Or if you're like me, where it's just me and Kaden, we have a couple meals that are ready to go that we can choose from and just eat what we feel like. But if you don't meal plan yet and you're looking to save money on food, I highly recommend it. Spooky! Spooky is in a box right now. That's why you're hearing all that clitter clatter, and she's chasing her tail. She's too cute. I'd show you, but I gotta keep going. For household products, my biggest tip is use up every drop. I did a video when I first started my channel. Again, I'll leave it up here in the eye in the sky, where I showed you all the products that I had half used. And I know I'm not the only one. There's some of us that are better about that, but use up every drop. Go through all the shampoo bottles, the lotions, the toothpastes, the conditioners, all the hair products, all the Clorox, all the wipes, underneath the kitchen sink, underneath the bathroom sink, in the bathroom closet, all the places. Find all the products and use them all before you buy anything else. Number 4, what is the best tip to save money on clothes? My first tip is wash them less. Not trying to be gross, but I think that we overwash our clothes a lot, and that reduces the lifespan of our clothes, and it also wastes more money on laundry detergent and water. So I would say, unless it's actually dirty, don't be overwashing your clothes. Don't just wear it once. It doesn't even smell or have a stain or anything. You throw it in the wash. I would hang it back up, Make that a policy. Don't waste detergent and water when your clothes aren't actually dirty. All right, I have to show you because they're too cute. Hold on. Pile of kitties. Hello, girls. This is what all the ruckus is about. That's what all the ruckus is about. Hi. Hi. Next is make sure whatever clothing you are buying matches stuff in your existing wardrobe. If you buy things that don't match what you already have, then you have to buy more clothes to match the clothes that you just bought. Know what I'm saying? And the last one on this is try not to just keep buying more and more clothing. See if there are ways that you can restyle outfits that you already have, wear them a little differently, accessorize a little differently, so that you don't actually have to buy anything until you really need to buy something. And if you actually do have to make the purchase, try to think ahead and shop off season. Like for example, right now, if you want summer clothing, you can get some great deals. Number 5, what is the best strategy to stay out of debt or pay it down? The first thing is having a good spending plan, AKA a budget. When I made the commitment to pay off my car a few years ago, and I started that budget after listening to Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, and I felt like a fire burning to get rid of that debt that was driving me absolutely nuts. The budget or your plan for spending is the thing that was like my roadmap to get this task accomplished, AKA pay off the debt. If you need some motivation to pay off this debt, try this. Create a faux budget, and you guys know I'm a big fan of faux budgets. I did it when I was trying to purchase my house. When I was trying to purchase my house, I made a budget of what my life would look like with the purchase of the home. So here is a technique you can do when you're trying to get motivated. Do a faux budget of what your budget would look like if you didn't have the debt. For example, right now, you guys know I'm trying to pay off my house early. It's going to take a while, but that's like the only debt that I have. So I like to run a budget minus the mortgage. Oh, you guys, I get so pumped thinking what I could do with that hunka chunka change every month instead of putting it toward the mortgage. And that just lights the fire under me. Just come on, mortgage, pay off this debt so I can use that money to give, to live. There's just so many more things that I would love to do with that money once it is off my back and I have no more debt. I feel like we just talked about this recently, but I get really excited. So say you have a ton of debt. You've got a car loan, you've got credit card payments. Do a faux budget minus those things and just see how much beautiful cash you would have each month if you could just get rid of those. What could you do? Let's just say your mortgage is $1,500 a month. What could you do with $1,500 a month? Could you actually even afford to maybe even work a little less down the road? Could you afford to relax more? Depending what your goals are, do you want a vacation? Do you want to travel? Whatever it is that you want, you can have it sooner once you get rid of that debt. If you're currently in debt, make it a personal policy right now to stop the bleeding. Hey, I've got this debt, I'm dealing with it, but I'm not going to go into debt anymore. I'm not going to use my credit cards for a little bit. I'm not going to take out any loans. Commit to stopping the bleed and work on the debt that you currently have. And then once you are out of it, stick to that new budget and adjust accordingly to what it looks like now. And I just have this feeling that the weight off your shoulders will just keep coming off. The least debt you have, Let me know in the comments which debt you are currently tackling if you have any debt. Number 6, please share one thing you do to save money that other people don't know. I can't share all my secrets, you guys. But Debt-Free Dana shared a very personal one. So, fine. Here we go. So a long time ago, I went to this friend's house. She was one of my teachers, one of my dance teachers. And her home was a home built where there was a well. And there was this little sign next to the toilet paper typed out that said, "If it's yellow, let it mellow. And if it's brown, flush it down." And I want to say that there was she wanted the yellow part three deposits before anyone flushed because of their limited water situation. Well, as a teenager who didn't know much better at the time and had never seen that, I was personally mortified because the idea of not flushing sounded just unfathomable. But as I've gotten older, listen, I'm spilling the tea here, but this is real. If I'm by myself, if my son is gone with his dad for the night, or there's just a period of time where I'm by myself, I drink a ton of water, and I have to use the restroom constantly. I have the teeniest bladder on the planet. And so sometimes, to save on water, I will let it mellow, if it's just me, for a few times, if it's of the yellow persuasion. Listen, I better not be the only one spilling the tea. I want you guys right now to go in the comments and leave me one thing you do to save money that other people don't know. Let me know. Number 7, how important is it for you to save money? Well, in a word, very. But I have different motivations for that. The first one is eventually, I know I give every month somewhere, to someone, to some organization, to a family, whoever. I give every month somewhere. But I want to give a ton more. So if I can get into a financial position where I can be super generous, I want to be like the Mr. Beast of frugal living. I just want to give people what they need when they need it. That's a big dream of mine for sure. But secondly, I always want to be able to support myself for the duration of my life. I don't want to ever have to depend on anyone else to pay my bills. I am very proud of being able to do that, and I want to continue that. So it's very important to me to save money so that I don't ever have to rely on anyone. And I mean, let's be real, you guys. Eventually, I don't want to work all the jobs that I work. I love all the jobs that I currently have, but eventually I would love it if I could just work when I want, doing what I want, or at least less. You guys know I have never had one job in my entire life, and that would be so amazing one day if I just had one job. So is it important for me to save money and take all the steps that it takes to get me into that position? Absolutely, it's very important. I wish I would have recognized this even at a younger age, but no matter what age you are while you're watching this video right now, you can start right now and be in a better place soon by being aware of these things and trying out some of these tips and making the commitment to maybe live on a little less and save a lot more. Debt-Free Dana, I don't know if you will ever see this, but if you ever do and you come across my face and you come across these words, I want to thank you. You've just always been one of my favorite channels. You've always kept it real. I just love your delivery on things. I love the way you think, and you really, really inspired me back before I had a channel and continue to inspire me even now, even though I can't reach for you each Tuesday. I used to watch you every single week. And if you ever do come back, I will be here to watch. But thank you so much for all your content and all that you've brought into this world. I am truly grateful. What I'm gonna do, my Frugal family, is I'm gonna leave the questions in the description box. If any of you wanna copy and paste and write your answers in, that might be too much to do, or even grab one of the questions and answer one of the questions, go ahead and leave that in the comments. If you are one of my Frugal YouTube friends, there's tons of you out there watching this right now that have a channel, and if you wanna do this tag, please join us. Remake the video, tag me somewhere, let me know so I can check it out. Come here, babies, come here. Oh, and they're gone again. Thank you so much for watching, K-Squad. Hit subscribe and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Hannah says bye.